Hey guys, so today we have a small book haul of not manga, but just like some regular books based on some sci-fi series I like. First up, we have Mass Effect Revelation. I'm a big fan of Mass Effect, and if you don't know what Revelation is, it's actually a prequel to the first Mass Effect game. Technically, it's not a prequel because the book actually came out before the game like, by a few months. So if you think about it, really, the game is a sequel to the book, but it says it's a prequel, so it's not a big deal, whatever. Anyways, this book is about the backstory of Anderson, which is a character in Mass Effect 1. He's a character in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, as well as Saren, who is mainly just in Mass Effect 1. Saren's a Turian. I've been reading this on and off lately, just like going my way through it, just slowly. It's pretty good so far, honestly. I'm only like 1/4 of the way, I would say, through it, and I'm planning on finishing here soon. I really need to just to keep up on it. But I've also got Mass Effect Ascension. I know nothing about this one, honestly. All I can go off of the cover is that's a Quarian. So I imagine it's going to go into more depth about like the Quarians and maybe the Geth as well. But other than that, I couldn't really tell you. I'm going on my way not to read the description on the back, just because I want to be surprised when I actually do eventually get to it. And the last Mass Effect book I have is Mass Effect Retribution. That's the Elusive Man from Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is probably my favorite game out of the trilogy, honestly, which I think that's the case for a lot of people. I would say it's just the best game all around out of the trilogy because it doesn't have the jank of Mass Effect 1, and it doesn't have the weirdness of Mass Effect 3, I guess you could say. I don't want to go into Mass Effect 3 discourse. That's a topic for a whole nother time. Same deal with this one. I don't really know anything about it other than that's the Elusive Man on the cover, so I imagine it's going to deal with some of his business, maybe his backstory, probably a lot of stuff to do with like Cerberus. I'm also not reading the description for this one because I want to be surprised when I do get to it. I don't know. I believe there's like one or two other books for Mass Effect. So I don't really know which book I'm going to read after Revelation. I just started Revelation first because it is the book that came out before the games. And then I guess I'll just pick one at random, unless someone tells me what the correct order is. But that's it for Mass Effect. Next up, we have Dead Space Martyr. I'm a massive fan of Dead Space. It's one of my favorite game series of all time. And for good reason. It's one of those game series that got me really into survival horror as a genre for video games. And it also really got me into horror itself and like sci-fi horror. Sci-fi horror is one of my favorite subgenres of all time. I'm constantly looking for new books in that genre. I'm always trying to find new games, and I just adore Dead Space. I could talk about Dead Space for hours because it's just so it captures everything I love about horror and sci-fi all together, just with the plot, the characters, the story. This book I have not gotten into yet because I just got it recently. I believe it is about Altman, which is a character you don't really get to meet in the Dead Space games, but he is a character you hear a lot about with his cult in the game. The cult that like worships the marker, which you can kind of see in the background. I'm not sure how well that shows on camera. I'm so excited to read this. I'm hyped so much. I'm going out of my way not to do any research on this, just because I want to be like just completely blind going into it, because I love Dead Space so much and I don't want to ruin it. I do know that there are other Dead Space books. I'm not sure which one I'm going to get next. I do have this that I just picked up actually yesterday. This is a Dead Space comic. I can't really get all of it on frame, but it shows the USG Ishimura above the planet. Really cool how they mix the planet with the necromorph's face. That's really cool. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit on the inside. I have not read this either. I just sort of skimmed through it just to see what it looked like. It looks really good. I like the art a lot. I'm not really into comics. I'm mainly like either a book guy or a manga guy. So this is actually the first comic that I own. But nonetheless, I'm still super excited to get into it. But yeah, that's everything for today. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys have a great night tonight, and let me know what was your favorite book.